Yo, this is Dova Blackhat Gaming. I do RPG games like Elder Scrolls and Fallout and many more. Subscribe to see more and enjoy the video.
Champion! Apologies for the intrusion. I am Paladin Marith of Meridia's Order. High Priestess Alara has sent me to find you and request your help. Please, follow me to our sanctum. Forgive my haste. Being truthful, I'm not sure why Alara feels she needs you so immediately. I do what she asks of me. All I know is that word has reached us that Meridia has a new champion, and the High Priestess of our order wants to make contact.
Try not to play favorites, Lady Atea. It does a disservice to the whole class.
Yes, Headmaster.
Thank you. It's not too far from Meridia's statue. I'll escort you there. The sanctum isn't too far. I don't expect us to lose each other, but I'll mark it on your map, just in case.
How are you doing, love?
Come on. The sanctum isn't far now. Well, I'd wager you know Meridia better than most. We follow her command and decree, destroying all she considers to be unnatural. Being the Daedric Prince of Life, many of us also dedicate ourselves to the healing and health of others. The sanctum is a place of worship, divinity, sanctuary, and protection. I hope that sums it up well enough. Alara is better at giving that speech than I am. From what I hear, Meridia hasn't chosen a champion in a long time. You must be special.
One of my favorite duties is providing healing to the sick. I visit the Temple of Kynareth in Whiterun when I can.
Wow. You are
Champion of
strong.
Meridia, I have
Just
something to ask of you.
Please be careful with that big sword in battle, okay? I certainly wouldn't want to be on the other end.
This is Meridia's sanctum, and we are Meridia's order. Here, we freely worship and operate as Meridia's instruments, bringing her cleansing light to this place. Meridia has commanded us to root out all undead evils across Skyrim and protect its people from their dangers. We have not heard from Our Lady in some time now, but we continue to act in her honor. Being her champion, I would expect you to know, but I'll remind you of her. Meridia is the Daedric Prince of Life and Lady of Life Energies. She rewards those who purge this realm of the wakened dead and punishes those who trace them. Our Lady is the enemy of Moloch Baal, the Daedric Prince who seeks to enslave mortals, and has demonstrated her power over him. Because of this, she is recognized as the only Daedra not considered to be evil, and we are proud to serve her. Champion, may I first of all say it is an honor to make your acquaintance. I am Alara, High Priestess of Meridia's Order, and her sanctum here in Skyrim. We require the assistance of Our Lady's champion, but, if I may, it would be an honor to witness why Our Lady chose you. A small taste of trust, if you will. Yes, we honor Our Lady by carrying out her will and spreading word of her benevolence. Our paladins seek out the undead wherever it is found. You yourself have felt her light of certitude and know why her presence is important in Skyrim. We've received word that a necromancer has taken up residence in Solitude. Usually, I dispatch one of our paladins under the protection of Meridia to purge the evil from the city, but these are uncertain times. To be truthful, Our Lady has not spoken to us in, well, a long time. I can't risk one of my people, and I hear you have a reputation for this work. This necromancer has been practicing their vile arts in the Hall of the Dead, defiling corpses and violating the sanctity of death. Exterminate them with the full spite of Meridia's power, then return to me. I am sending Paladin Marith with you. She will observe you. Not that I won't trust your word, but it's better to be sure.
I'm glad we're here together, if you know what I mean.
Whilst I am uncertain of Meridia's thoughts on my services in Kinnereth's temple, her
Something the
light
matter?
certitude
I'm happy to
guides
help if
my
I can.
efforts.
I follow Arch-Paladin Larison and stop any who prey on mortals and are dead. That, and I protect initiates and acolytes when they're traveling to the cities. Stop them falling into caves and that sort of thing. Boring, mostly. Oh, I must have let that one slip out. I'll tell you if you promise not to tell Alara that I brought it up. She can be difficult when you go against her word. Not too long ago, Larison and I intercepted a group of the malevolent necromancers. They were masquerading as farmers in Rorikstead. They spotted us, and I knew that they would recognize us. We wouldn't have another chance to wipe them out. So, we did what we had to. Of course, this meant that we didn't have time to explain the situation to the guards. They swing first and ask questions later. To cut a long story short, Alara had to spend a fortnight making it up to the Jarl, providing her services as a healer to the hold. She generally enjoys her work as a healer, but I don't think she enjoyed that. Well, looks can be deceiving. I'll be honest. When I think of Meridia and the other Daedric lords, they don't even come close to being similar. Not all Daedra are evil, and Meridia is certainly not. But truthfully, I'm just happy that I found a group of people who hold my ideals. Alara has done a lot for me, cared for me in my darkest moments, and the Order certainly shares my hatred for the undead. I'm never going to be the most spiritual follower, but I do this with my chosen family at my back, and there's nowhere else I'd rather be. You
Carice,
lead,
Are you
I'll
keeping
follow.
up with your studies?
Of course, High Priestess. In fact, Velteth believes you
Careful.
I'm glad we're together.
This is wondrous news. Our Lady will be pleased, and I'm sure she will be proud of your work. I know I am.
Thank you, High Priestess. That means a lot to me.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Meridia's new champion, it's an honor.
It's my pleasure, champion. I'll follow you. Solitude isn't too far from here. I doubt the guards will be too happy if we attack someone within the city. It might be best to shadow them for a while until they're alone. Remember, I'm only to observe. I can't interfere if the guards attack. Alara doesn't want to worsen Skyrim's view of us. Especially not since that incident in Rorikstead.
The finest fish here. Caught daily.
Solitude is really quite something. So much beauty and so much culture.
If loving you was a crime, I'd be guilty as charged.
Fresh fish, straight from the fjord.
Cur. Back away.
I hope you find anything interesting. That's that. I'm sure Meridia is pleased. Not that she'll tell us. Don't worry. I'll vouch for you.
I can make all your problems with the cards go away, but it'll cost you. What do you say?
I wouldn't.
Done. Now, move along, before you get me in trouble.
Why are they hurting getting out of here?
We should return to Alara. I'm sure she's eager to speak with you. That's a good question. Have you ever been to Cyrodiil? Well, truthfully, you're not missing much. Most of it was ransacked by the Thalmor during the Great War. During the Oblivion Crisis, one of my family members, a warrior named Velwyn, purged the family home of ghosts roaming the crypt underneath. I know it worked on my mother. She tried to follow in her father's footsteps. She was cut down by Now hide from me. You lead, I'll follow.
Ha! Like the bite of a flea. Ha! I've suffered worse during training.
Remember, this isn't my fault.
Please, someone do something.
You there. A master of death does not simply die, but you will. Rise, my minions. Rise and serve me in death.
Oh, it's gone. Done and done. This is Weapons up. I sense something.
Now hopefully, we're rid of that necromancer for good.
Ow! Not very impressive.
You lead, I'll follow.
Cause any trouble.
Do you bring news, champion? It pleases me to hear this, champion. Marith?
It's true. The necromancer is as dead as the creatures they raise.
Excellent. I'm glad to know I can count on you, champion. I suppose it's time I tell you why I need your help. We're traveling, champion. Gather what you need and speak with me when you're ready.
I know the others might appear self-righteous, but please don't judge them too harshly. They feel it's what Meridia expects of
How
them.
ridiculous.
Who do you think will win?
Hope everyone enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And hit the bell icon. See you all on the next video. Enjoy life.
Self-righteous, but enjoy.
Walk with the Almighty.